Guys, just come back from a weekend away with my kids and the family, and I thought I spent a bit of time last night looking at EB-03 and the prices, and nearly found myself falling into the impatience tax. And I think it's a very easy thing to fall into that I've definitely fallen into before. But I think I want to talk a little bit about the rationale between why I fell into it before and actually my gamble last time has actually paid off. And even with this dip, I think I'm pretty much still okay. And that's specifically around the silver buggy I bought at pre-release price. And the current price is actually still higher, even with the dip in the market that we've seen. So I think buying EB-03 today, you are paying an impatience tax because you want it in your hand today. And I was looking online last night on eBay, and I was looking across all of the different platforms, and I was watching I spent quite a few hours last night watching people ripping boxes, openings, etc. And the set is cool. You know, the Nami, the Boa, you know, I really love the VV. But always my policy has been buy 2 boxes, rip one, keep one sealed, and then at least I experience the box, and then pick the singles I want to buy, whether I buy them quickly or I wait 6 months or longer before I can pick them up or trade and get what I want. So on my list has been, you know, I really want the VV, I quite like the Nico Robin, obviously the Nami and the Boa. And then I looked online last night and I saw the prices of the SPs. Now, I think the SPs are amazing. There's no doubt the SPs are amazing. We do still have to remember they're SPs. And I think right now, there is an impatience tax that people are willing to pay. Now, interestingly, are people actually paying these prices? Because I spent a lot of time looking last night, and I'm seeing Boa for £1,200. I think that's about, what's that, 1,500 US? Raw? Obviously raw, it's just out, no one's graded it yet. But £1,200, $1,500 raw price on Boa. They're all over eBay, you know, globally, but obviously in the UK as well. And I'm like, even with the hype of this set, I looked at sold items. They're not selling for that. Not many have been bought. Even like if you look at I was looking at the VV, it was £700, which is about $1,000. Across different platforms, across Vinted, across eBay, Marketplace, a few of the other places you can buy the cards. £700 for the VV. £700 for the Nico Robin. They're not being sold. People actually aren't buying it. Now, I've noticed even if you go on eBay now, certainly in the UK, there are tons and tons and tons of boxes opened by Bandai. So people have just come in, bought them from the store, and obviously they're just trying to do a quick flip. Fine, if that's your thing, that's your thing. We can't stop it. They're selling them for what, £250 with no seal on it. So you don't know what's happened. Like, you're assuming good intent, that everyone's a good actor and that they've not tampered with the cards, they've not done anything funny with them. Or just, do you really want an unsealed box? Like, even if you're planning on ripping it, I mean, you could argue with Japanese, you've just got a little bit of tape on it, and that's why I rip all Japanese, I don't get anything sealed, because without a seal, it's like, you know, long term, how can you guarantee anything to anyone? So I just think at the moment, EB-03, it's in a bit of a strange place. Now, for some of the sealed, now there's like 1 or 2 sealed boxes on there for like £300, which is, I don't know, 380 US, something like that. Spending £300 on release, for me, for the first time in a long time, this has become a wait and see set for me. And I want to be clear, because I know in the comments people are going to say, oh, if you wait now, then it will just continue going up in price. That is honestly a risk that I'm willing to take. I want to collect every set. I want to have one of each box. I'm missing a few. I've got most of them now, but I'm willing to risk it a little bit on this because there's reprints coming. Now I know the reprint system is a lottery, but surely there's going to be some supply. Now whether that is just later down the line, I have to walk into Bandai myself and get them rip off the seal, that I literally have to walk into the London store and walk out and I rip it at home. I would rather do that than pay one of these scalpers that's just gone into Bandai and trying to flip it and put a margin on it. I'd rather just walk in the store myself and do it. Yeah? I saw one person had 5 boxes, 5 booster boxes, unsealed from Bandai. I'm like, why are Bandai letting him buy 5 boxes? Isn't that like against the point? Unless the guys, I mean, I don't think you could drive to 5 different stores in that time. I mean, that would be commitment. Fair play if he's done that. Surely they're limiting people to 1 or maybe 2 boxes. But the guy had 5. He's selling 5 unsealed boxes on eBay. So I don't know how it works. Can you buy a case from Bandai directly? People let me know in the comments, the people that buy cases of stuff. Like, I have nothing wrong with, like, if you're a distributor or a shop or you're vending or whatever, buying boxes is great, getting supply out there, evenly distributing out, that's cool. Like, that's all part of the game. That's great. But somebody going into Bandai and buying 5 boxes, that just feels strange, that to me. I don't know. Let me know what you think, whether you think that's okay. But for me, it's just the first time in a long time, I'm like, let's wait and see. Last night, I was almost pulling the trigger on it at £250 for unsealed. I'm not going to do that. And then I've got to pay £300 for a sealed box with reprints coming. Surely at some point I can pick. I'm certainly not going to rip it at 300. I'm not. I would rather wait. I'm not going to be that impatient. You know, I really love, like I've said, I really love these SPs. And let's talk about the cards for a second. The VV card, I love VV. Obviously, I've got my pre-release winner, one of my favourite ever cards. I've got the pre-release VV. I want the VV SP. I really like the Nico Robin SP. It's a cool. I haven't got any Nico Robin cards. I want that card. And obviously then the Nami. The Boa I'm not so fussed about. I mean, I've got the event manga there, which I love. I've got other Boa cards. Like, I'm not overly fussed about the Boa card. I want the Nami because I just love Nami. I'd be keen on getting the Nami card, but at the same time, Boa for $1,500 US. Who's paying that? Now, everyone might say, but you bought the buggy. I bought the buggy at pre-release. I bought the buggy at pre-release for about, what did I pay? £700 delivered, which is about 1,000 US. It went up, and it's mint. It's super mint. It's at grading at the moment. I'm getting it graded right now. But still raw, it's still above that. I think it's still selling in the UK, and don't quote me, but I think it's still sitting around, it's still going for £700-800. Still not dipped below what I paid at pre-release. I took a gamble on that card because it was a silver card. It's a special SP. It's not a regular SP. The silver and golds, I think, particularly for those kind of characters, they're gonna hold value long term. So for me, it was a bit of a no-brainer. I can get this at pre-release, and I thought if it does drop short term, it will go, but it didn't. It just went up, and now even with this dip, it's still back to where it was or what I paid for it. So I'm still about even. If I wanted to sell it today, I'm getting it graded. It's going to be worth way more. It's going to get a 10. I'm sure of it. It's so perfect, this card. So I'll probably eat my words now and get a 9. I've jinxed myself, but anyway, I think I just wanted to discuss today EB-03, the Impatience Tax. Be cautious. Think about it. Don't get caught just spending over because you have to have it, and then the regret when you rip one of those boxes and you're paying $350 for a box and you get an Altar and that's worth $20 and a some other and a regular SEC that's worth maybe 50 today but will be worth 20 in 6 months time, and you've just spent $350 on a box. I mean, for me, you have to question the value there. And Bandai have openly said they don't want boxes at pre-release at $500. Obviously, that's why they're doing the reprints on OP13 and EB-03. So right now, why don't you just, if I were you, I'd wait and see. And like, if you've gone ahead and bought it, let me know what you pulled. If you pulled some of these amazing SPs, fantastic. You're one of very few. Actually, I've seen a lot more people online just posting them ripping boxes. Not many hits. Not many of the big hits anyway. So I think it's interesting that maybe this set has been a bit overhyped. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear from you as always. Thanks for the support. We got 500 subs. Just want to say a massive thank you to you all for subscribing. It's amazing. We're on the journey to 1,000 subs. You know, that would be a big, be amazing to get 1,000 subscribers. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, let me know if you're waiting and seeing what happens in the market before you're buying EB-03, or if you already ripped like 2 or 3 boxes, or have you just invested in a load of boxes? Let me know. Maybe this is one of those boxes that long term is $1,000. Who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe it's one of those boxes because of those really cool SPs. It's a waifu set. But yeah, love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What have you been seeing? And yeah, see you on the next one. Cheers.